I welcome you to another lecture of quantum computing. In this lecture, we will learn about Elitzur and Vaidman bomb detection algorithm. Let's start with the problem definition. We are given a device. That device can either be a working bomb or it can be a dud. The device takes a quantum bit as input and produces an output. The device has a measuring operators inside it. However, in case of dud, that operators is not working. Therefore, in case of dud, output is always equals to input. In contrast to that, when the device is bomb, then the input will be measured, and if the measurement result is equals to 1, then the device will explode. Otherwise, the device produces output of 0. Our goal is to determine if this device is a dud or a working bomb without exploding the device. In this video, I will present 3 different approaches. Each approach will build upon the last approach and produce better results than the last one. The third approach is the one proposed by Elitzur and Vaidman and produces the best results. So let's start with the approach number 1, which we can call the naive approach. In approach number 1, we give the device naively the input of ket0 and ket1. So if we give the device input of ket0, then we will always get output of ket0. That it is because in case that device is a dud, then output is equals to input. Hence, our output will be equals to ket0. In case the device is a bomb, then our input will be measured and the measurement result will be 0, and hence the output will also be equals to ket0. So, giving device input of ket0 is useless because we will get no information about the device. So we call it useless input. In contrast to that, we can also give device naively the input of 1. In case the device was a working bomb, then it will explode and we all die. In contrast to that, if the device was a dud, then it will produce output of 1, and we will know that it was a dud. So this approach will never give us a working bomb. The second approach uses quantum superposition to improve the result of the first approach. Let's see how the input proceeds through this circuit at different stages. We call first stage ket psi 1, second stage ket psi 2, the outcome of the third stage will be ket psi 3, and the final stage outcome will be ket psi 4. Ket psi 1 will always be equals to ket 0. In ket psi 2, we will apply Hadamard gate on ket psi 1. So ket psi 2 will be equal superposition of 0 and 1. In case the device is a dud, then the measuring operators inside the device will not be working. Therefore, ket psi 3 will be same as ket psi 2. We will apply Hadamard gate on ket psi 3, and our outcome will be ket 0. Finally, we will measure ket psi 4 and our outcome will be 0. So in case of dud, in this approach, we will always get ket 0. In case the device was a working bomb, then it will explode with a probability of 50%, or we will get ket 0 as outcome with a probability of 50%. It is because recall that ket psi 2 was the equal superposition of ket psi 0 plus ket psi 1. The measuring device, the measuring operators inside the device will measure the superposition, and when the measurement outcome was 1, then the device will explode, and when the measurement outcome was 0, then the ket psi 3 will be equals to 0. So ket psi 3 will be equals to ket 0. We will apply Hadamard gate on ket 0 to attain ket 4. So ket 4 will be equal superposition of 0 and 1. Now we will measure the equal superposition, and either our measurement result will be ket 0 or ket 1. So our result will be ket 0 with 50% probability and ket 1 with 50% probability. In case our measurement is ket 0, then we will attain no information, because remember, in case of dud, the measurement was also ket 0. So now we are confused that if the device was a dud or a working bomb. However, when our measurement was ket 1, then we are sure that the device is a working bomb, because we cannot get ket 1 in case of dud. Let's draw the probability tree of this approach number 2. So with some probability our device can be a bomb, and with some probability it could be a dud. For the sake of simplicity, let's say with 50% probability device could be a bomb, and with 50% probability device could be a dud. In case of bomb, it will either explode with 50% probability and we will all die, or it will not explode with 50% probability. In case of not exploding, it will produce an output of cat 0 and we are confused. With 50% probability it will confuse us, and with 50% probability it will produce an outcome of cat 0 and we are sure that it was a bomb. So detecting a working bomb in this case is possible, and the probability of working bomb can be calculated by traversing this branch. So when the probability of bomb is half, then the probability of detecting a working bomb without explosion will be equals to 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 equals to 1/8. So in this second approach, with the probability of 1/8, we are able to successfully detect a working bomb without having to explode it. Now let's study the third and the final approach, which is beautiful. But for that approach, I have to clear the board first.